Remember, sila in the history of the Orient, sila lang ang 3 generation na Orient winners.
The Pod Network Entertainment.
Hello and welcome to the kamag-anak edition of Best 10 Bets. Ako po ang inyong abang kamag-anak, nagmamahal, si Butch Francisco.
Naku, alam mo.
At nag-i-intro pa ako.
Sige.
At
okay.
kasama ko ang nagtatago sa mga kamag-anak dahil baka hingan siya ng yaman, si Leo Katigbak, nasaksakan ng yaman.
Naku, wala silang mahihingi kasi wala naman yung yaman na sinasabi mong yan. Yaman sa pagmamahal meron.
Parang wala din.
Sinabi mo yan, ha? Tandaan mo yan, ha? Sinabi mo yan, ha?
At ano naman ang pananakot mo sa akin?
Alam ko kung ano pwede ko ipanakot sa'yo.
Sige.
Sige.
Nakaulit babalik doon.
Ay, nako. Ngayong gabi ho, ay medyo...
Di balikan natin yung pananakot na yan, ha? Hindi na. Meron na kay mama ako kuhanan. Okay.
Topic ko namin ngayon ay hindi naman eksaktong mana sa ina. Pero marami sa kanila
Ano ba may bold movie na title, Mana sa Ina?
Pero hindi bold yung ating
Okay.
topic ngayon. Pero merong mga situation rin na yung iba masasabi mong yung mga anak ay naungusan rin yung yung kanilang mga nanay sa talento, sa galing, sa pagkasikat. Pero kayo be the judge kung sino ang mas sikat, ang nanay ba o ang anak. Tingnan natin kung ano mga comment ni Butch
O ang
Francisco.
apo.
Ayan, at saka dito, sinigurado ko ulit na buhay lahat kasi talagang inaaway ako ni Butch kahit na may deserving naman, pero sabi niya kailangan buhay. Okay. Ang akin pong number 10, kilala ni Butch po, ang magnanay na si Annabel Rama at si Rufa Gutierrez. Now, I think a lot of you probably know Annabel more as the mother of Richard Raymond, Rufa.
And Elvis.
And Elvis, more than...
And Richie.
More than being an actress in her own right.
And Rocky.
And when she was much younger. So parang ang ano na lang, she's either like
And
the
Raymond.
manager or the off-scene na Rufa.
Oy, she is her own person.
Hindi, ayun nga, sinasabi ko. But I think for younger audiences, mas ganun yung perspective nila. Mas kilala nila si Rufa na nag-artista, nag-beauty queen. Whereas yung kay Annabelle, and you know, sadly kasi, a lot of the older movies are really not around So, minsan yun yung nakakalungkot. Hindi na makikita ng mga tao that once upon a time, ano rin sila, magagaling rin silang artista, magaganda silang artista, meron silang mga challenging na mga pelikula.
May still shots pa ako ng movie ni Annabel Rama na Adam and Eve.
I think si Annabelle at si Rufa, if you look at them, they are both known showbiz personalities. And sometimes maybe they have become controversial in their own right. But I think showbiz also wouldn't be quite as fun without them. They have made
actually hindi. No, it is Annabel Rama who makes it fun.
Correct. But you know, the accomplishments rin naman of Rufa are nothing to sneeze
By the
at.
way, hindi trivia lang. Actually, yung Rama originally started as Ramas. But somewhere along the way, naging Rama.
Na-drop na siya. So, ano yan? Sila ang aking number 10. Number 9 ko naman is a mother-daughter na artista rin, Mila Ocampo.
Sabi mo buhay.
Ha?
Sabi mo buhay.
Buhay ba si Mila Ocampo? Patay na ba si Mila Ocampo?
Oo!
Sorry!
Si Milagro Sumayaw, Miss Philippine Press Photography of 1959. Sorry. Yan ang champion player ng Scrabble, matalino.
Okay,
Correct
so,
grammar. Kasasabi mo lang, buhay. Buhay. Magpapasayans tayo ngayon.
Sige, I stand corrected. Alam niyo, minsan, pag halimbawa...
How I wish buhay pa siya because I like her. And she's intelligent.
Okay. So, sorry, pardon my ignorance, but I don't know when she passed away.
Oo, tapos ang kanya pinaka-memorable.
No, when did she pass away?
Bago pag-pandemic.
To me, minsan, yan yung mga difficult na
Pasensya
timing.
na kinilibutan ho ako kasi... Sandali. Ano ba, ang pinakamagandang role, actually, siya isa sa mga pioneers ng TV.
Yes.
Yung mga big broadcast, nandyan siya. Tapos, actually, galing din niya comedian kasi isang beses, meron siyang, kasi nung araw, live ang mga skit nung araw.
Okay.
And this is supposed to be your list. I am gonna finish it for him.
Yes.
Okay, so, she's playing the role of a vampire. Yung si
O
Oscar.
pero at least marami kang kwento.
Oscar
Ako
obligasyon
masasabi ko lang kasi there's like one restored movie that we did na si Mila was there. But anyway, okay.
Anak Dalita. Ay, hindi, Biyaya ng Lupa.
And then, Malvarosa? I think.
Okay, anyway. So, ngayon, vampira siya. Ayaw niya kagatin. Kasi ayaw niya yung contact. Kasi di ba, pag vampira ka, kakagatin mo yung leeg. So, ginawa yun. Kumuha siya ng straw. Nilagay niya dun sa...
Ay, alam ko, natatanda ko yung eksena yan. Natatanda ko yung eksena yan.
So, sinisip-sip niya yung dugo.
Oh, okay. So,
tapos,
okay. Sige.
Pero hindi, ang pinaka-memorable role niya, dahil sa bata pa si Isabel, if I'm not mistaken, ang pangalan niya, siya si Miss Crepias. Yun talaga, Miss Crepias.
Okay, so mea culpa. Apparently, she passed away before the pandemic. So, yung sa akin, nawala sa... So, to my mind, she is still alive. But, you know,
she will always be... she will always be alive in our hearts.
You know, but the mom made the mark even before. And I think Snooki on her own, di ba bukod sa kasabayan niya si Maricel Soriano, I think si Snooki on her own became a very, very good actress. And for a time, di ba, nag-variety show pa siya, yung Always Snooki. Sa ABS-CBN. Pero si Cookie...
Every Sunday.
So, ang 7 o'clock. So, ang pinaka-paborito ko na pelikula ni Snooki, yung pairing nila ni Maricel, Inagaw Mo Ang Lahat Sa Akin. Kasi to me, that really showed what her growth as a dramatic actress.
Hindi, pinakagusto ko sa kanya kapag napagod ang puso.
Ako kasi Inagaw Mo Ang Lahat.
Hindi, pero ito kasi, aminado naman si Milo Ocampo and even si Von Serna, yung father ni Snooki. Of course, Snooki became the bigger star.
Oo naman. Pero kumbaga, it's not as if masyadong napag-iwanan niya yung nanay. I mean, she's a bigger star, but Mila was also a very, very good actress in her own right.
Well, she was her own star.
Yes.
Yun.
Yes.
Pero aminado sila, kasi di ba nung child star si Snooki, parang package deal sila lagi. Okay. Oh my God.
Sigurado na ako. Okay.
Spirit of the Glass na ba tayo dito?
Ang number 8 ko, Loris Gillian and Ina Felerio.
Ay, naku, salamat naman. Buhay na buhay.
If you look at Loris Gillian, when she was more into acting when she was... Kasi ngayon, mas kilala na siya as a director. Although she still would take on acting roles. Pag nakita mo si Loris when she was much younger. Parang carbon copy sila ni Ina Felerio. Sobrang
actually,
lalo na sa kung mangarap ka't magising. Pag sabi, oh my God.
Ano ba pinaka-earliest memory of Loris Gillian?
Sa Flor de Luna.
Ganun na. Ako, Pintig.
Hindi.
Yung it was an old ABS-CBN na actually
nung nasa probinsya kami naman hindi naman kami nanonood ng TV.
Ako naman hindi, nandun ako sa bintana ng kapitbahay.
Wow, ang galing ng mata mo. Talaga sinisipat mo, telescopic ha.
Tapos kaso hindi ko alam ang pangalan niya. Pero para sabi ko, ang galing-galing na artista nito, laki-laki ng mata, para very expressive. Tapos yung Pintig, old ABS-CBN to. Tapos yung lagi ang role niya parang bad siya lagi. Tapos yung asawa niya na yung nagpalaki dun sa asawa niya dahil mayaman na patayin na. So how do they get rid of the body? So ginawa nila, nilagay nila sa wall, sinimentohan nilang gano'n. Tapos maya't maya, parang dug laging binabother siya hanggang
pintig.
Oo, pumipintig ang pader. Yun.
Pero buhay pa siya.
Buhay pa si Loris Gillian, oo.
Pero actually, it would be interesting to see if they could do a project na together where Ina would play her younger self.
Yeah. No, si Loris, ang laging problema niya sa buhay, ang problema niya kay Ina, si Ina Felerio, believe it or not, pinroblema niya yan.
Hindi ko alam.
Ito yung problema niya. Isang beses, parang pinilabas ba yung Endo, tapos under Cinemalaya, or another movie na gano'n, head si Loris Gillian ng Cinemalaya that time. Nung pin-review niya, sabi niya, patay. ang laki ng problema kasi baka manalong best actress si Ina Peleo.
Sasabihin because
Sasabihin,
of her,
dahil siya yung
conflict
So
of
yun,
interest.
yun ang sakit ng ulo niya kay Ina Peleo, mga ganon.
Oo.
Dahil sobrang galing nung anak niya, nagiging problema niya.
Actually, masasabi ko nga kay Ina, when I see her perform, alam mong magaling siya, but she makes it look so easy na parang it's effortless.
Yeah. Tsaka ako ganda-ganda ko sa kanya.
Oo. At totoo naman.
Yeah.
I mean, with the picture, with the, kung isipin mo nga doon sa magagandang episode, pwede nga siyang masama rin eh.
Yeah.
Ang ganda-ganda ng mukha ni Ina.
Okay.
Okay, ang number 7 ko, Miss Universe Gloria Diaz and her daughter.
Buhay.
Kaya
And
nga,
they're alive.
At saka, I don't know kasi if you have seen, I mean, definitely Gloria, at this point you can say that Gloria still has accomplished way much more than what Isabel has done. But I think si Isabel rin kasi is at a stage, because remember when she moved to ABS before, she was supposed to do like more of the acting and
kasi
whatever.
nasa 8 Bulaga dati yan eh.
Oh, but I think right now she's prioritizing family. Although if you are watching, I think on the internet, there's a commercial that the mother and daughter are doing na sobrang nakakaliw. There are like several versions of it.
Yung is this the chicken?
Oo. Alam
Hindi,
na naman.
chicken, padalo muna sila.
Okay.
Kahit pakpak lang.
Pero sobrang nakakatuwa. And ang feeling ko, yung ganung gimmick na sasakalin si Gloria at saka parang I think it's only a mother and daughter that could pull it off.
Hindi, kasi ang naging issue dito, si Isabel made sure na hindi na siya, kumbaga, hindi na siya makikipagsabayan sa nanay niya. Kasi ang hirap naman talagang, si Gloria Diaz is a tough act to follow.
Correct.
Unang-una, siya yung unang-unang Miss Universe sa Pinay. Paano mo Kaya nga hindi nga sumali sa beauty contest si Isabel.
Isipin mo, magkakameron ka pa ng pelikulang ang pinakamagandang hayop sa balat ng lupa.
Tapos gumaling pa, naging one of the best actresses of all time pa si Gloria Diaz, di ba?
And she's she's the type who's probably comfortable in both drama and comedy.
Tsaka napaka-witty pa niya.
Oo.
Yeah.
I remember I think the last time that I saw Gloria Diaz with Isabel Daza was when we did the premiere for The Restored Ganito Kami Noon. So I think we were in Trinoma. Tapos nakakatawa, parang si Gloria talagang minamanduhan niya. O sige, papasok na tayo sa sinihan. So yung lahat ng kasama niya, parang sumusunod lang sa kanya. And I think Isabel was there also.
Although you have a problem with this list.
Bakit?
Magagalit si Ava.
Sino?
Si Ava. Yung kapatid, isa pang daughter. Hindi mo siya sinama. Magagalit.
Hindi naman automatic.
Magagalit si Rafael.
Hindi naman automatic na isang pangalan tapos lahat ng anak eh.
Pero ba't yung, magkokos ka pa ng riff sa pamilyang Dasa?
Ikaw talaga, gumagawa ka lang ng intriga.
Hindi, sinasabi ko lang kasi, di ba?
Sige, di mag-aaway-away rin yung susunod na na pamilya.
Sige.
Kasi ang nasa listahan
actually,
ko,
ang lahat, kung ano man, ano ba yung nasa opening natin? The views and opinions of this program do not necessarily reflect those of Butch Francisco's. Sila yung katigbak lang yun.
Oo
Okay,
naman.
sige po.
Okay, ang number 6 ko, Sharon Cuneta and Casey
Ay, salamat,
Concepcion.
boy pa rin.
Okay. Ano ka ba, tumigil ka? I think remember the very first movie of Casey, which he top billed, was also was a blockbuster.
Mhm.
I think the disadvantage that Casey had though was
Tough act to follow yung nanay.
aside from that was she was pitched as parang showbiz royalty and everything na
Yeah.
because father niya si Gabby, mother niya si Sharon. I think there was a backlash against her. Say parang okay, everything's being handed to you on a silver platter. Sige nga, prove to us that you're worthy of it. And I think that was the difficulty because people were going in to watch her projects with the mindset of being very, very critical of her. So parang it's a more difficult position to be in. Pagkatapos ang nanay mo overachiever from a recording perspective, from an acting perspective, from a hosting perspective. So from a concert perspective. So parang ang hirap, ang taas ng bar ng nanay, pagkatapos everybody else would behave as if parang, sige nga, patunayan mo that you deserve all of this.
Well, she did. Very early on, nanalo siya ng FAMAS, si Casey.
Correct. But people will always be scrutinizing her. And I think that's...
What? They can scrutinize her
Yeah.
I mean, all they want, but the thing is, may papakita pa rin si Casey.
Correct. But I
Okay.
think when you look at her career further down the line, though, that's why she's had to struggle a bit also. Because that level of scrutiny and parang demand for validation from the audience, hindi na nawala. So parang, it's like, hindi ka na nakakahinga, parang forever challenge ka na lang as you're moving forward.
Okay, and as we, before we end this, kasalukuyan po nagkakagulo sa bahay ng mga Pangilinan dahil sabi ni Frankie Pangilinan, ba't hindi ako kasama? Hindi ako sinama ni Tito Leo, tapos si Miel din, tsaka si Miguel. Hindi mo sila sinama.
Hi, I'm Joelle, and I'm back. Did you miss me? I wouldn't call this a season 2, but rather just another era with more lessons, realizations, and thoughts from all the overthinking. And it's not just gonna be me this time. We'll have special guests, other POVs, para mas marami pa tayong masagot na paano kungs ng buhay to hopefully help you find the answers you're looking for. Tara, this is Joelle's podcast, Paano Kung.
Ang susunod ko is Janine Desiderio and Janela Salvador.
Okay.
And I think, I remember...
Bakit? Sabihin ni Juan Miguel.
Alam mo, ikaw... Uy, pero si Badong, yun, love ko yun. I remember when he was still with Rage Band, he was always a frequent guest. And then, si Janine, I also met her a long time ago. In fact, this is another one of those cases na, anak nila si Janela, parang yung kay Janine dati na So, I had that kind of mindset. So, it was a pleasant surprise. And like si Janela, I've seen her in projects, and she has played like a quasi kontrabida. And to me, whether you make her the bida role, the antipatica role, and whatever,
but
she
kaya
carries
niya
it with so much aplomb.
Yeah.
And she knows how to to maximize her look and her body language to create that perfect character.
Okay, so
May kwento ka?
Oo, nagtatampo si Win Metawin.
Number 4, Sylvia Sanchez and Rhea Atayde.
Okay.
I think si Sylvia really has good pedigree kasi talented yung mga anak niya, whether it's Arjo, whether it's Rhea. But I think si Rhea is also being underestimated in a way.
Si Nino.
Magaling naman kasi si Rhea.
Oo nga, si Nino.
No. Parang
name me one person na nag-underestimate sa kanya.
No, if you look at the way she is cast in a lot of shows, she's more often like the friend or parang that she's capable of doing stronger roles, more challenging roles. But she's either being typecast in certain, and maybe it could be because of appearance also. Parang she's better off. Parang remember how Dimples was also before when she was starting. She was like the perennial friend. She was the perennial...
Pero nominate the best supporting actress.
Oo nga. Ang sinasabi ko, si Rhea, I think, is also in that mode. But like for example, she recently gave birth. So I think her priorities may have changed. Kasi pag ako, nakikita ko si Rhea sa mga TV shows, at saka kahit dun sa ibang pelikula na nagawa, ako parang ang feeling ko, nanghinayang ako because I know that she could do more.
Ako, si Sylvia Sanchez ka, ano ba yung unang award-winning role niya, Witch, sa Okay Cafe Rico. Pero nanalo siya. Sa Metro Manila Film Festival.
So si Ibiang, nakakatuwa naman.
Ria's time will come.
Yeah. But obviously, because she's also a new mother right now and whatever, that does derail it and I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just that maybe at this point, she's really prioritizing family over her career. Minsan, yung mga window of opportunity mo for certain kinds of roles is also fairly limited. Ano sinisilip mo dyan?
Baka yung number 3 mo kung buhay.
Ang number 3 ko, Marjorie Barreto and Julia Barreto.
Yes. Buhay. Okay. They're alive.
Actually, I guess Marjorie, among the sisters, is probably the one that did not succeed to the level of, say, Gretchen and Claudine. But I think with Julia, si Julia naman, medyo mahataw naman ngayon. Whether it's in partnership with her love team or with other kinds of roles that she's doing. So nakakatuwa naman kasi to me si Julia has the makings of the next Claudine. So ano ba yung tinitingnan?
Hindi, ang sabi kasi dito, dapat daw mag-aral ka ng social skills. Tayo.
Okay.
Nakalagay. Binitingnan pa lang
sige,
doon. Sige.
So to me, Marjorie and Julia, both are very, very good looking.
Ito ang ganda ng social skills si Marjorie.
Oo nga.
Oo.
From what I have heard.
Yeah,
Okay.
sa mga Barreto sisters.
Okay. Ang number 2 ko naman, na-mention ko na sila kanina, Lot Lot and Janine.
Friends
Ha?
and friends.
And daughter.
And daughter.
Lot Lot and daughter.
Naku, yan, maraming magagalit sa'yo kasi initsapwera mo lahat ng friends.
Pero kasi katulad nung nag-uumpisa si Lot Lot, actually, I wasn't really as impressed with her. But over time, sabi ko, uy, sinasabi ko nung nag-uumpisa.
Ako, sinabi ko na nga nung araw, nakakadiri mo, pelikula niya nung Under Regal nung araw eh. Pero nanalo nung urian.
Pero pag napapanood mo yung mga pelikula, at saka she's gained a lot of nuance and subtlety. And kahit nasasabihin mong, hindi niya biological mother si Nora Honor. Pero ang feeling ko, kung meron mang
siya na nga nag-aalaga sa lahat ng kapatid niya.
Hindi, pero ibig ko sabihin, para kumbaga, if there was a way that some of the skill and talent was transferred, even indirectly, I think
Remember, sila in the history of the Orian, sila lang ang 3 generation na Orian winners. Nora Honor, Orian winner. Lot de Leon, Orian winner. Janine Gutierrez, Orian winner. Siguro yung magiging anak ni Janine Gutierrez mananalo din ng Orian. Kaya lang, mag-asawa muna siya at mag-anak muna siya.
I think ang malaking advantage lang kasi ni Janine over Lot Lot is si Janine has the star quality to carry a movie or a project.
And Lot didn't?
No. Lot is a very, very good actress. Don't get me wrong about that. But if, for example, you are going to do like theoretically, like a John Lloyd Bea movie or a Liza Soberano movie, to me, si Janine Gutierrez is at that level where she can top line and lead the movie to big box office success. I think Lot will be able to top line it to critical success. No. Yung sa akin, why? There's nothing wrong naman with my opinion eh. Well, but what
You're forgetting, Lot de Leon, nakausap ko ang birhen. Okay.
No, I can understand.
Inubutuloy ako sa'yo.
I can understand.
Okay.
I can understand that. But to me kasi, the way I would package si Janine is in the same way that potentially you package a Bea Alonso or a Sarah Geronimo or a Nadine Lustre or a Catherine Bernardo. I'm not saying that she will be bigger but potentially she has that, and that to me that is an advantage that she has over Lot.
Okay. Ganito. Isang around late 80s, natulog lang si Mother Lily, the late Mother Lily. So natulog lang siya. Tapos naginip siya. Napanaginipan niya yung Virgin Mary. Pagkagising niya, gagawa ako ng movie about an apparition. Tapos ginawa niya, nakausap kong birhen, blockbuster. Actually ito
hindi ko naman sinasabing flop eh. Ang sinasabi ko lang, from a positioning and from a packaging perspective, nakausap ko birhen, love team ba yun? Eh hindi naman. No, but what I'm saying,
si Christopher,
she has
Ramon Christopher Gutierrez ang kanya.
No, she has she to me, Lot is not an automatic get in as far as kailangan ko ng pelikula na magbablock. I mean, it will work with it will work with the concept. Pero like for example, you see Janine, pwede ako mag-iisip ng project sa kanya. Teka, sandali, may ganito akong theme, may ganito akong concept. Yeah, I'll consider Janine, and the batting average of that being a big hit or a top ratings draw is fairly high. And I would look at her on a more consistent basis over a variety of projects. That's the only thing na naman that I'm saying. I'm not disputing na the movie of Lot was a big hit. But hindi automatic na si Lot ang iisipin mo.
Ang maswerte nga si Janine because nung time niya, pulido na lahat ng production. Yung kay Lot had to make do. Kung nag-shooting ito nang walang script.
No, I understand that. But what I am saying is if you're looking at it from a casting perspective, when you're thinking of a broad, appealing project, not just a specifically themed project, Janine has the advantage. That's all I'm saying.
Mil Ocampo, please help us.
Okay.
Okay.
And on that note, my number 1 is Jasha and Karil. Now, Jasha Padilla was already a big name, especially in the 80s and in the 90s. First as a singer, pagkatapos as an actress. And when Karil came in as a singer, the consensus at that time, or the general feeling is, Jasha is a tough act to follow. But Karil has made a career of her, a career for herself. not just as a singer, but also as a host, but also as a stage actress. So, yung sa kanya, pwedeng, kung i-apples to apples mo, maybe si Jaja may angat sa ganito, sa pagkanta, sa pag-arte sa pelikula. Pero pag tinignan mo si Karil, ang angat naman ni Karil, nasa hosting niya, nasa stage, sa theater. So, yung careers nila, they're both successful in their respective areas, in their fields. And I think comparatively...
Siya naman, nag-theater din.
Hindi. Pero,
naglarawan yan, the musical.
Correct. But it's one of those one-off things eh. Si Karil, mas iisipin mo siya on a regular basis doing theater and stage work.
Well, yeah, because how can you be more regular kung araw-araw kang nasa showtime?
No. Like for example, when she did Ramahari or...
Pinupulosopin na lang kita.
Oo nga. Kaya nakakairita ka minsan.
Minsan lang?
Minsan lang.
I am insulted.
Kasi alam ko, inuurot mo ako lagi pero bihira lang naman ako mainis sa'yo. Pero like for example, when she did Ramahari, di ba, she sang the song Magbalik Ka Na Mahal, which was popularized by Kule Desma. And Kule Desma is also a very tough act to follow. Pero, nung kinanta siya ni Karil, alam mong si Karil put a stamp on the song also na, sige, Ku has her version, Karil has her version also. So, to me, if you look at the list, and I think we can go back to the entire list, I think you can see that the way I did the list was I tried to balance it out. In some instances, nakakaangat yung nanay. In some instances, nakakaangat yung anak. But as the list was also progressing, nakikita mo na mas nagtatabla naman yung nanay at saka yung anak. So, it's good genetics. It's probably good exposure. It's good timing, luck, and everything. Pero nakakatuwa naman that para kumbaga, di ba sinasabi mo yung mga nepotism at saka political dynasties. This is a connection between mother and child, mothers and daughters that I, for one, would not mind because it's based on pure talent.
And being alive.
Okay. Ngayon, teka, sige. Sige. So, si Butcho nag-comment na. Dito sa episode...
Nag-comment ako.
Kanina ka pa nagko-comment sa lahat ng ko eh.
Sinasabi ko lang naman kasi biglang all of a sudden,
siya, mea culpa na nga.
Pero kilala mo nga si Milagros Sumayaw.
No.
Kilala mo nga si Milagros.
Ikaw nang magpaliwanag kasi...
Siya si Mila Ocampo. Tapos, ano pangalan ng kapatid niya?
Ay, ikaw na rin ang
magsabi. Si Vicky Sumayaw. Tapos, nagkaroon pa ng anak ng si
Brando Sumayaw.
Naalala mo si Vicky Mercado. Napangasawa ng kapatid ni Mila Ocampo, si Vicky, si Eddie Mercado. Tapos naging anak si Bobby Mercado na nag-artista rin, na pinsan ni Snooki.
Okay. Para kayong mga matatanda mas nakatatanda kong kapatid na pag nagkukwento, si ganito nakamag-anak ni ganito, na pinsan ni ganito, na kapitbahay ni ganito. Ganun yung...
Oo.
Sige. So on that note, ito po yung aking listahan. Si Butcho is here to comment, but meron ho kaming bagong idadagdag sa Best 10 Bets. Meron ho silang may ginawa ho yung staff na aquarium na kukuha po kami ng tig-isa ni Butch na tapos
parang dami niyan.
Ay hindi, para may choice. Pagkatapos parang pop quiz. Parang off the top of our head, ano yung unang tatlong papasok sa isip namin dito sa listahan na to. So ang una pong bubunot ay si Butch Francisco. Tapos ikaw magsasabi ka kung ano. Pwede rin ako mag-comment. Pagkatapos ako bubunot ako, tapos pwede ka rin magsasabi ako.
Teka.
Unrehearsed to ito eh. So pwede ang mangyayari si Butch ang magtatanong sa akin, dadaot-daotin niya, ako yung sasagot. Mamaya ako yung bubunot, si Butch naman ang sasagot. So ano yan?
Celebrities who have been praised for their plastic surgery.
Ay, alam mo, hindi. Patingin. Hindi. Ay, oo nga, yun nga yung topic.
Ulitin mo.
Ayan. Parang si Butch ang makakasagot dito kasi siyang may alam.
Malay ko!
Pag tayo, off camera tayo, kung madaot mo yung...
pero yung nakalagay, who have been praised, may imamin ba?
Sino pa ang
sige, ito na nga. Sige, di ba top 3? Sige.
Actually, parang
sige, unang, sige. Vernie Varga, nagpagawa ng Ilong 1986.
Pero maganda naman yung ilong ni Vernie. Tama ka naman.
Okay. Snooki Serna, nagpabawas ng ilong.
Okay. Ay, ikaw kasi alam mo, hindi ko...
Rosana Roses, nagbalay po. And basta touched by the doctor. Top 3.
Okay.
I can go on and on
sige,
and
sige.
on.
So,
Hindi, wag na.
No, you do the next.
Tatlo lang eh.
Siya, sige. Okay. Basta, di bubunot na ako.
May premyo ba to?
Okay. Butch, ikaw na rin sumagot nito kasi palagay ko, sinadya nilang pahirapan tayo eh.
Ikaw lang.
Okay. Stage moms.
1, 2, 3. Ikaw sasagot, di ba?
Sige.
Ikaw sasagot.
Sige. Si
Ano?
Hilo Ocampo, kay
Natatapos mo lang eh.
Yun nga. Pero stage mom.
Maswerte mo ha, kasi katatapos mo
si
lang.
Annabel Rama.
Stage moms ha?
Stage mom,
Okay,
nga.
sige. Okay.
Tapos si Annabel Rama kay Rufa. Pagkatapos si si Mrs. Salonga kay Leia.
I don't think she will be pleased.
No. Ako, I have to give credit. You know, si Leia, Mrs. Salonga took all of the cudgels for Leia. Kahit anong pintas and whatever, she would defend Leia and whatever. She never put Leia in a position where Leia would have to defend herself because for all of the decisions and whatever, hard as it may be and whatever, it was always Mrs. Salonga who would play the bad cop or the difficult cop. So to me, I really admire, and I think even Leia keeps saying to this day that na iba ang ginawang pag-shield rin ni Mrs. Salonga sa kanila.
So easy.
Okay.
Celebrities with loyal followers: Nora, Vilma, Sharon, Maricel Soriano. Sino pa gusto nyo? It can go on and on.
Okay. So ito yung final for this episode. Naku, utang na loob. Ano ba to? Ano to? Flop movies, TV shows. Naku, flop movies. Ano bang...
Gusto mo ako sumagot?
Sige, ikaw na lang sumagot. Kasi mas alam mo yan eh. Okay, sige.
Okay. Ilang kailangan nyo?
Tig-tatlo.
Either movie. Okay.
Flop
movies.
Ah.
The Rolando Galman story. Indak.
Pangit naman kasi yung sine na yun talaga.
Hindi ko sinabi ko lagot ka sa mga nadin lose followers.
No, but hindi, ang sinasabi ko, it was a movie that I didn't like.
Sige, yung TV shows para magkaroon ng TV shows yung meron tong ang title noon Maniwala Ka Dun. Meron show na Elizabeth Oropesa about superstitious beliefs. Tapos Dorm Po Sa Atin. Yun,
hindi ko kasi alam yung mga flops kasi hindi ko sila pinapanood. Ang alam ko lang yung hits eh.
Variety show na one day lang.
Yun
nga, yung Regal Bar. Yun ang title.
Yung one day lang. Okay.
One day lang.
Okay. Sige.
So,
ang galing-galing talaga. Alam mo, itong contest na to, pang Butch Francisco to eh. Kasi alam niya lahat eh. Ako kung flop, hindi ko malalaman kasi mas malamang hindi ko naman pinanood.
Baka maubusan sila.
Hindi, ibang episode na yung
sige,
na yan. So, on that note...
where do I get my prize?
So on that note, this is Leo Katigbak.
And this is Butch Francisco, feeling jubilant.
Feeling jubilant. Rightfully so.
Jubilant and alive.
And sana po ma-enjoy nyo ang mga susunod pang episodes ng Best 10 Bets.
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.